So we are Children's Academy Preschool, and we are here to talk about observations and our experience with them. So our staff is super nervous to be observed. I'm sure everyone is. But the observers have always been really positive. They're calm, they try to ease them, let them know that we're here to help. It's not, to critique necessarily, they want to give positive feedback.
The set of observations that are occurring right now are due to the child care quality system that the Office of Child Care has started. And so with those observations, we are looking at the experience of the child in different age groups. That goes from 0 to 6+ years of age.
I was only expecting it to go for a few hours, which it did.
I kind of expected them to be more involved, and they kind of just sat in the corner, which was kind of nice because I was nervous about how many people would be in there and how crazy it would be. And they kind of just stayed back a little bit and just watched, which I wasn't expecting at all.
I was a little nervous, but they just came in and they kind of were like flies on a wall.
So during an observation, observers will come in 15 minutes prior to when we are thinking to start the observation. So that depends on the observer. And so within those 15 minutes, we want to connect with the center director, the owner, or whoever is responsible for the facility at that point to ask them questions about ages of the children that are currently enrolled in that classroom, so that we're looking at the experience of the child, and also to ask questions in regards to what caregivers might be in the classroom.
I know a few of my co-teachers that have been observed. They were really nervous about it, and it's really not intimidating at all.
As it went on, I was less stressed about it. They just hung out by themselves in the corner, and my kids eventually just went about their day. They left them alone, so it was not as bad as I thought it would be.
We really like having observers in our center. It gives us a different perspective. It gives the teachers a different outlook on what they're doing.
And then once we have contacted them, we ask them to take us back to the classroom that has been randomized. And within that, we introduce ourselves to the caregivers, ask if they have any questions before we start the observation, because once we start the observation, we cannot talk to them or the children. We're there just to observe, and we don't want to be veered by questions. We want to really focus on those interactions that are happening with the young children.
I think it really does build the teacher's confidence. Having someone that's not even in your center to be able to come in and tell you what you're doing well, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I am confident in the job that I do. I'm making a difference. I'm a positive impact on my kids and on my center.
After 3 hours, we let the caregivers know that we are done with the observation and thank them for having us there, and then just check in with the center director, let them know that we're done, and we leave the site at that point.
I was able to reflect on how I am as a teacher, and it was really nice to be able to think, wow, I should say that in a different way, or I could have handled that situation better. I just was more aware of what I was doing.
I feel like the feedback you get is very helpful, and also for me, being observed, you kind of up your game. You realize that maybe there's things that you're not doing that you should be doing.
To have someone come in and watch you and give you feedback is really helpful. It really helps our teachers, it helps us as management to know where we need to do extra training or what we can work on.
It can be intimidating. We are there. We try our best not to be on the way of the caregiver. But my recommendation is do what you typically do with young children, because we want to see what you do with young children and then see the strengths that you have and how you can utilize those strengths to continue improvement in other areas of the children's lives.